Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're taking one incredibly dense 24-hour period, July 28th, 2026, and we're filtering out all the noise to bring you one clear, structured visual journey. You know, if you want a direct look at exactly where the world stands today, well, you are absolutely in the right place. So let's just get right into it. Real quick, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to structure this information like a funnel, so we'll start super wide with our planet under pressure, narrow things down into geopolitics and security, then shift over to national power shifts and law, and finally, we'll land on tech, sports, and culture. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, our planet under pressure. We are shifting right into the visceral, globe-spanning environmental crises that are happening simultaneously today. 7.1. That is a massive number, and it represents the devastating 7.1 magnitude earthquake that just struck southern Japan, across Kyushu Island in Kumamoto Prefecture. The severity here is, honestly, it's staggering. Just to give you an idea of the sheer force, an entire floor of the Kashima shopping center completely collapsed. It's a stark, terrifying reminder of just how vulnerable our infrastructure is to sudden seismic shifts. And as we speak, emergency crews are scrambling to reach victims trapped in that rubble.
And this brilliantly illustrates the dual extremes our planet is facing right now. On one hand, in central Spain and southwestern France, you've got these intense extreme heat and wind-driven wildfires that are literally wiping out vital farmland. It's forcing mass evacuations of both people and animals. But then, on the exact same day, South Asia is dealing with the total opposite. They are drowning. Relentless monsoon downpours in India's Assam state have triggered deadly flash floods, wiping out infrastructure and tragically claiming dozens of lives. It really is a striking contrast of planetary pressures happening at the exact same time.
Moving into Section 2, geopolitics and global security. As you're going to see, international tensions and our defense systems are under just as much pressure as the environment today. Take a look at this table here. The U.S. defense apparatus is being seriously tested across three entirely different fronts. Over in the Middle East, the military successfully intercepted an Iranian missile targeting American troops. Analysts are actually warning this ongoing engagement is rapidly depleting critical U.S. air defense stockpiles. Meanwhile, back on Capitol Hill, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky watched right from the gallery as the Senate prepped a major new Russian sanctions package. And domestically, an absolute tragedy in Idaho. Two U.S. Navy jets collided midair at an air show, which immediately launched a massive safety investigation. All right, Section 3, power shifts and legal actions. We're shifting focus down to the national level now, because this single day brought some massive shakeups in global leadership and some truly notable legal precedents. Let's walk through this list, because political power is shifting globally today. In Peru, Keiko Fujimori was officially sworn in as president after her June election victory, and she's stepping into a landscape of pretty intense national instability. Over in Australia, there was a major leadership spill. Jacinta Allen stepped down, and Ben Carroll was unanimously chosen as Victoria's new premier. And then in Washington, a major gathering of global dignitaries and U.S. leaders, including former President Donald Trump, who all came together at the National Cathedral to eulogize the late Senator Lindsey Graham. Now, this slide is absolutely crucial when we talk about human rights and legal accountability. Following those widespread student demonstrations we've been tracking, India's Supreme Court has officially stepped in. They've mandated the immediate release of all detained minors. And on top of that, they've launched an independent investigation into allegations of police violence. For the world's most populous democracy, this is a huge stress test for legal oversight. Meanwhile, over in the U.S., Florida set a grim and highly unusual legal precedent today. The state actually executed two inmates on the exact same day, and one of those individuals was an 80-year-old prisoner. Now, to put that into perspective, a double execution is exceedingly rare in the modern U.S. justice system. It makes this a highly scrutinized moment in penal law and a really significant historical development. Let's take a breath. Section 4, Tech, Sports, and Culture. I want to guide us into a slightly lighter, more conversational tone as we transition into the final chapter of today's news regarding business, sports, and media. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how clearly it breaks down the specific new features of Elon Musk's brand new payment platform launch. X has officially rolled out X Money. Look at the steps here. They're kicking things off with an invite-only Visa debit card, then moving right into seamless real-time money transfers, and they're even offering high-yield savings features. Honestly, it's a huge pivot from just microblogging into full-blown comprehensive fintech. Just look at that enormous $20 billion figure. That is the proposed value of FIFA's commercial expansion plans for future World Cups. But here's the catch. UEFA is throwing down the gauntlet and officially opposing this massive venture. So what we're watching unfold is a high-stakes power struggle over the financial future of the absolute most popular sport in the world.
Finally, let's end our roundup on a highly positive note. Apple TV Plus has officially premiered Season 4 of the award-winning global hit comedy series Ted Lasso. And you know, after earthquakes, geopolitical tension, and billion-dollar boardroom brawls, I think we can all agree a little bit of AFC Richmond optimism is exactly what we need right about now.
So let's take a step back and look at the big picture. In just a few minutes together, we've synthesized devastating earthquakes, shifting political regimes, intense military conflicts, and multi-billion-dollar tech and sports expansions, and all of this happened in a single 24-hour cycle. It's almost hard to wrap your head around, right? With the world shifting so rapidly in just one day, what will tomorrow bring? Thank you so much for learning with me today on The Explainer. I'll catch you next time.